card in terms of points. They have 5 losses from their 5 previous games. Central FC, they have 2 points from their 5 games. So they are both thinking, yes, Central is saying this is a short 3 points, and of course Moruga is saying as well this is a short 3 points.
Yeah, and there are no short things in football, of course, as you can well appreciate. We've seen bigger teams fall to smaller teams, but this is on paper a well-matched game for both sides. They have the opportunity here to put some points on the board for Central to add to the 2 that they have, and Moruga to put some points on the board finally in the 5th week of competition.
And of course Central FC will play their normal game, a nice brand attacking, they play with flair, and of course Moruga also have players who can match them with flair. When you look at players, as of course you mentioned Makanaki, who is a number 10, anyone who wears a number 10 you can expect to be a good player. But of course we have seen Ryan King Allen, despite missing that penalty last week against Police, he is who is very with the ball at his feet. He's a player who can take it to the defense, and of course he will have Fikile Thompson busy today.
Yeah, Tiba Charles also did show some good signs. They're playing 3 forwards on top is Moruga, and as we see the referees here, CJ O'Brien is the referee in charge. He's the man with the whistle. Sash Ramsarup is one of his assistants. Komain Nicholas is the other, and Kerwin Colley is the 4th official walking off the pitch. So a great game on paper. We'll wait to see how these teams acquit themselves on a very nice afternoon for football here at the Arima Velodrome. Both teams with a great opportunity here to further their cause in the Ascension League.
And of course, and with Central FC have a lot. If they win this game, they will leapfrog 2 teams. They will leapfrog AC Port of Spain, and they will also leapfrog CSW, and they will climb to 7th on the table. With Moruga winning, they can leapfrog, of course, Central FC. So it's a good game. Both teams will leapfrog, will make an upward progress in the standings should any of the teams get a win today.
Yeah, and of course, a draw is also a result that we've seen happen a lot in this tournament so far. But neither team would be satisfied at one point, I think, today. I think they would want to go for all 3, especially given where they are on the table.
Yes, that is exactly both teams want a win now. Moruga is playing with a different uniform today, and maybe a different uniform can bring something different on the table for this team.
Yeah, a couple of fresh boots as well on the pitch. These players are looking very snazzy today. Let's see if they can kick off their tournament in earnest with 3 points against Central FC. Moruga with the ball in green, Central playing in white, attacking your goal on the left of your picture.
And of course today is a day of newness because we have a new graphic that we are using today as well. So it's a goalless game between, of course the game has just started, Central FC and Moruga FC. Central FC coming off 2 consecutive losses, Deportivo PF 2-0 and last week 4-0 to Defence Force. And of course they want to get a win today against a Moruga team who are the only team without a point in this standing so far.
Yeah, it's not for a lack of trying. The Moruga team, they've really played some good football in spurts. They just need to become more consistent, take their chances, and really just tighten up in certain areas. Last weekend they had a very good chance in their match, but they didn't look in the end as the better team. They have to, keep up that consistency throughout the match and really strive to be better against Central.
This is Faria looking to turn, trying to squeeze the ball to Jakul Pierre, but here comes Moruga. This is Atiba Charles, just doing in a battle there, looking to send, but well covered by Da Costa. Good ball into Francois. Francois going forward. Kijan Central is playing a little deep, playing more like a false 9. Fikile Thompson looking to find Jokul pair. Terrell Roberts, sorry. Who's getting a start today. This is Thomas. Looking for some space and some room, but wasn't in sync there with Miguel Williams. And here is Atiba Charles for Moruga. But it went over the line with it, and it's a throw here for Central FC, but they don't do much with it going forward. The ball intended for Ryan King Allen wasn't there, so this is Terrell Roberts looking to go past it one, but he couldn't get past Ephraim Brown. And there's a goalkeeper, Romano, stealing. Wouldn't, by looking at him, he wouldn't look like a typical goalkeeper, but let's see what he can do.
I mean, I don't want to put him under the microscope, but I've played keepers that look like Mr. Stealing, and they've been able to, be very valuable to teams. So let's not count him out just yet. It's only 3 minutes in this match. He hasn't been tested as yet, and I've heard from the Moruga team that they are, looking to spring a surprise this afternoon. So let's see what they have in store for us.
This is Francois. Francois looking for pair, but he couldn't get past her. But here could be an opening. Ball is falling. Here is Kijan Centros, but he carries the ball over the line. It's a goal kick for Moruga.
Yeah, and St. Rose really would be, to use some local parlance, thirsty for a goal in this tournament. He's had a lot of good looks at goal. He hasn't been able to find the goal with the frequency that the central team would have liked, or personally he would have liked himself. But today's a good opportunity as any.
And talking to his coach before the start of the game, Ross Russell, he said that sometimes there's just one goal you need. Even if it's a lucky goal, that one goal can bring you the confidence and open the way for more goals. But here is Ryan King Allen, and it's a chance here and going. Oh my goodness, this was on a platter. This was on a platter.
Yeah, really great chance there for Moruga. First clean-cut chance of the match so far in the 5th minute.
This was on a platter for Melik Lewis. He kind of looked like Torres some years ago in the English League when he just had the open goal to score. But this was the goalkeeper. Katibi was already on the ground. He was no way he could have saved that ball.
Yeah, but certainly Moruga looking very much up for it this afternoon.
And good
as
tackle.
Promised.
Good tackle from Joshua Ragu. He stopped Terrell Roberts in his progress and giving up a corner. So let's see how Central FC will do with this corner. And then we'll see the first real action and the first real test for stealing.
He doesn't look too bothered by the fact that there's a corner coming his way. Mr. Stealing.
And of course, this is the third goalkeeper Moruga will be using. Kervil Turner was the goalkeeper for the first 2 matches. Then Kadim Duncan was a goalkeeper. So let's see how they do. Oh, an attempted shot from Fikile, the goalkeeper, comes out. And you would think that Central FC should have done better with this. I don't blame Fikile Thompson with that effort. He's not usually an attacking player. He's a central defender, so I wouldn't be too hard on him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be hard on anybody in that sequence. Players surely not covering themselves in glory in that sequence, but surely a sign of things to come for both teams.
And of course, I don't want to put Stealing under the microscope too much, but he came out for that ball, but he didn't treat it too well. So maybe if the Central FC bench is taking notes, they will be looking at that and encouraging their players, hey, let's get something there.
Yeah, he's still, like you said, new to the lineup, so wouldn't want to put him down too much. Although that goal kick may not have inspired some confidence. But here come Moruga. Ryan Allen just losing out. It's going to be a Moruga throw here with number 13, Joshua Ragu.
Ragu with the throw. Going back to Davis. Davis trying the ball going forward, but no problem for Katibi as he take the ball over the line. So it's a goal kick here for Central FC. Da Costa playing the ball across the face of his goal to Fikile Thompson. Thompson going forward a bit. Good work from Miguel Williams. This is Francois. Francois looking forward for St. Rose, but St. Rose had some Tigana Sparks in company.
Francois just playing in that attacking midfielder role.
Da Costa is making a surge forward. Good work by the goalkeeper there. The shot was tried at the near post. This is the other Da Costa. Turning against two, and the shot was way off target.
Yeah, subtle changes to both lineups this evening. This afternoon, sorry, at the Arima Velodrome as we approach the 10th minute. How do you think both teams have started their match in the 6th round of football?
Well, they've started quite confident against each other. Both teams have made some openings. Both teams have had some chances, especially the Moruga chance that fell to Malik Lewis. I think that was the best chance of the evening so far. They should have done better with that. Moruga should have been leading 1-0 at this point. Jashon Thomas is playing more in the central part of the field, couldn't get past Ryan Allen King. Ryan Allen King has some support in Brown. Brown looking for the cross, not a particularly good one, and cleared away from Central. Terrell Roberts trying something cheeky there, and Jekyll Pay with his fancy footwork, finding Javon Thomas, who is on the flank. This is his position that he's well known to be getting past one. The cross coming in, but a cross a bit too heavy, and it will go for a goal kick. The game is already opening up, and we are just in the 10th minute of play.
Yeah, I expect a pretty open game this afternoon. Both defensive have been a bit porous this season, but they will also be trying to get the goals that win matches. So you can expect some open football from both sides. They have good attacking talent.
You did mention porous, and of course I'm looking at Central FC. They would have conceded 12 goals so far in the tournament, and Moruga would have conceded 18 goals so far, but out of that 18 goals, 11 goals were from one game. So the defense is not that bad as it would look. Just that one mistake, if it were the one blip against Rangers,
and that blip has done their goal difference no justice. They have a long way back if they want to find some respectability in their position in this tournament so far.
And when you look at the games they would have played, 5 of the goals they would have conceded would have been against Police and Cunupia. They only lost 1-0 games to Westfort and CSW, so they have not been doing that bad against the weaker teams or the less prominent teams. And of course, Central FC have been doing not bad themselves. They conceded 4 against the mighty Defence Force and 3 against Cunupia. So they have not been doing that bad either in terms of the defensive work.
Yeah, it speaks to the quality of certain teams in this tournament. Other teams, of course, it's a mix of community teams, Super League teams, Pro League teams, and teams that have been training for a long time. So you will expect some imbalance in certain parts, but it's been a pretty good tournament so far for both outfits, trying their best to distinguish themselves against top talent in this Ascension tournament.
Tigana Sparks for Moruga FC. He has some support. He uses Davis. Davis going for Brown. Brown going wide. Still a goalless game, but you would think that Moruga should have been leading 1-0. They had a good chance here for Melik Lewis. Ryan King Allen couldn't reach that cross, that pass intended for him. Fikile Thompson going, using Da Costa. Faria. Ball forward wasn't a particularly good one, but here comes Ryan King Allen for a good diagonal ball from him, and he's a man wider and they would use him, and this is an opening here for Moruga. The shot comes in but just wide, so Moruga is creating some of the early chances and getting themselves acquainted with the Central FC's attacking third of the pitch.
Yeah, some well constructed moves there from the Moruga team. Of course, we had the earliest chance of the match, just went wide. This latest one, of course, going wide as well, but they have shown that they have the attacking nous to get at those Central defenders. Central would be wary of that threat as this match progresses.
Some nifty footwork from Francois. And you are seeing Central FC love to play with the ball at their feet. They have that kind of samba playing their football. This is Pierre. Thomas to Faria. Faria looking for Terrell Roberts. The ball coming, but a good catch by the goalkeeper, stealing.
He'll be expected to catch those. I know you have your eyes firmly on Mr. Stealing in the Moruga goal.
For no particular reason.
But Central, of course, have shown that they can play their football regardless of the pressure. They were down 3-0 against Defence Force and never looked anything other than themselves in that match. They didn't panic. Despite going under in that match, they still showed great spirit throughout the 90 minutes.
And of course, they had created chances for themselves, but they were rattled by the pace of Rian Moore, who really did damage with them on the flank. But here comes, this is Centros. Centros has support, but the defenders, the defense of Moruga did quite well.
I would just see early on that Moruga are looking to this right side. Mr. Allen, Ryan Allen, the number 7, for them, showed that he can trouble defenses last weekend. So they've been putting some of their early hopes in him.
Yes, of course. For the tournament so far, Ryan King Allen has been a bright spot, notwithstanding the penalty that he would have not converted last week. But he has been one of the better players for them this season. Brown looking wider for some support. Yatam Henry lost the battle, and it's a throw for Central FC. Mind you, they are the reigning Pro League champions.
And in the middle of what looks to be a rebuild, a very young Central FC squad is in this Ascension tournament. We've heard Coach Russell speak about it repeatedly as we see Moruga approaching. Joshua Ragu with 2 for company.
And of course, giving up the goal kick here for Central FC. Farouk Katibi, who has hopes of being part of the Super Eagles team in the future.
Yeah, and many of these players are hoping to be part of their own national setup. A couple good performances from a couple Central players. Moruga has a couple stars among their ranks. The national coaches are in attendance, scouts, etc. Coach Angus Eve speaking about there being great enthusiasm in local football, so these players will hope to capitalize on that. As Moruga come again with Rayon King Allen. Ball just goes right. It's a good defensive tackle there from Atiba Charles, one of the 3 forwards employed by the Moruga coaching staff this afternoon. Here comes Central, looking to carve out some space. It's well defended again by Moruga. Michael Williams just pushed off the ball, recovers, looking for some room, looking for some space. Eventually gives it to Jokol Pierre. Pierre to Keegan Farrier, the defensive midfielder. He needed to get rid of that much earlier than that, as did Malik Lewis in the other direction for Moruga.
A good ball forward to Keishan St. Rose, and this is Rose's first goal of the tournament. And Central FC is in the lead in the 20th minute.
Yeah, finally for Keishon St. Rose, he would breathe a sigh of relief. He's crossing himself and taking all the kudos. It's a good start for him this afternoon. His coach will surely be very happy to see that goal go into the back of the net.
And some good football. Joshua Thomas, a very good ball and a good touch from him. Just one touch, keeping his composure. And mind you, this is the first time for the season that Central FC has taken the lead in any game.
Yeah, and it's a good time as any. 20 minutes into this match against Moruga. This should add to the excitement that both these teams would have felt before stepping out on the pitch. Equally matched in the numbers game. They're only 2 points ahead of Moruga, our Central. So they'd be happy to just poke their noses in front. Still 70 minutes of football, of course, to be played. So don't count the guys from the southernmost part of Trinidad out of this one.
And of course, Keishon St. Rose must be the most relieved footballer in the planet right now. Finally getting his first goal after 5 scoreless matches. And you would think that coming into this game, he would have thought at the back of his mind, if I can score today, then it's problems.
And it's problems indeed for Moruga as they defend this left side cross. working to get the ball away from their goal.
And this game very important for these two teams, especially who they have next. Central FC have the mighty Rangers next week, and of course the unbeaten Rangers will be a tall order. And of course Moruga, they have the mighty Defence Force next week as well. So both teams have two tough, they are playing the two unbeaten teams in the tournament so far. So of course they want to get the result this week, because next week is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, the two mightiest, as you've described them, teams in the league, Defence Force and the Hakata Rangers. Definitely the teams to beat. Certainly tournament favourites after just 5 weeks. We're finishing of competition. Rangers, of course, taking that win yesterday.
Rangers last evening getting 3 points from Westfort, who came into the game confident of trying to spring a surprise. But the mighty La Hocketa were leading 3-1 at half time. And of course Westfort came back strong in the second half. But La Hocketa continued to dominate the league, especially in La Hocketa. They have been fortunate to play all their games in La Hocketa so far. Roberts just overrunning the ball for a moment. He has Francois. Francois is looking for some movement up forward. He gets Cunupia. Cunupia trying to go between two, but he couldn't. The ball has been run for Atiba Charles, but he couldn't get it in time, and it's a throw for Central FC, who are now leading with a goal from the captain, St. Rose, in the 19th minute.
Yeah, and you can't grudge Keyshawn St. Rose, regardless of who you support in this match. His first goal of the tournament.
He really needed that goal. He came in this tournament with a huge reputation from his youthful days, a prolific goal scorer, but finding it difficult after 5 games in this Ascension League.
Still very youthful, still very full of running, still very deadly in front of goal as he should. It's a missed chance there from Pierre, one of the more fancy and sure-footed players in this Central FC midfield. Moruga come back with the ball.
And of course, he must love this brand of football Central FC is playing. And once they continue to stick together and continue under the coach of Ross Russell, they will get the results in time. Jekyll Pierre, who has displayed some nifty and clever footwork.
Definitely the type of player you want in your midfield. He will draw a foul, he'll get players drawn into him, he will pull players even if he doesn't have the ball. So it's a good asset to the central attack.
This is Da Costa. Da Costa playing a long ball forward. Stealing.
Stealing, who cannot really be blamed for being beaten on that play.
It was a brilliant goal and a brilliant effort. That goal would have scored against any goalkeeper.
A good finish from Keyshawn St. Rose, finally living up to his promise in this tournament, as we see player on the pitch for Moruga. Looks to be Ephraim Brown. No, my apologies.
Yes, that is in number 12, Brown.
Yes, Ephraim Brown. One of 2 central midfielders deployed by the Moruga coaching staff. playing similar formations, both sides this afternoon.
And we're seeing some movement on the Moruga's bench as we are seeing number 15, Rodney Young, getting ready to enter the play. And of course, we're also seeing Curvel Jeremiah, who is wearing number 3 today, who would have worn the number 9 for the previous game that he would have played. So some forced changes for Moruga. Rodney Young is coming on for Brown, so Brown cannot continue. The injury seems to be serious enough. And of course, Malik Lewis must be struggling as well. He is also coming off for number 9, swapping for another number 9 as Curvel Jeremiah, who is wearing 3 today, who would have normally worn a number 9. He's coming on for number 9, Malik Lewis.
Yeah, and while they have 5 subs in this tournament, no coach wants to make subs before the half hour, before the half time really. But 2 subs there from Moruga. We'll be hoping that they can settle once again. They do have a deficit to overturn this first match of a doubleheader.
And this is Jeremiah getting into the action immediately as he tries to send Ryan King Allen, but Allen, with all the speed in the world, they couldn't get that ball. Now that Curvel Jeremiah, with his height, he's towering over everyone. I would love to see, and I cannot stop saying this every time Moruga is playing, I would love to see them use the flanks and get the crosses for Jeremiah.
Yeah, I think with the speed of Charles and Allen flanking Jeremiah, they do have a good chance of getting some crosses into him this afternoon. He of course will be backing himself to play football with his feet. Big men these days don't just want to be target men. They want to scrap with the best of the defenses that they come against. As Central get the ball started again.
When you think of big towering strikers, you cannot forget Jan Koller from Czech Republic, who was a huge striker, and he scored a lot of goals with his head.
Yeah, they used to call him the dinosaur, Jan Koller. And that's if you know Jan Koller, you know there's a brontosaurus in him. It's probably Douglarized with brontosaurus. Very statuesque forward. Another player who loved to head the ball was Peter Crouch, but he was also very accomplished with his feet.
And we all know Peter Crouch, who has a history with Trinidad and Tobago football, and of course, especially Brent Sancho.
Yeah, not the Brent Sancho of these days, but the former Brent Sancho from the 2006 World Cup, dreadlocked centre-back for Trinidad and Tobago.
Miguel Williams looking to pass one. He tries to get St. Rose in the play, but it was behind him. Ragu doing well to fend off Terrell Roberts. A goal kick for Moruga, trailing 1-0 because of a St. Rose goal in the 19th minute. Faria, well taken down by Francois. Francois Pierre looking for St. Rose. This is St. Rose. Jukul Pierre with a weak shot. Blocked. And Ragu will do some cleaning up.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Moruga keeper. That ball was deflected away from goal. He anticipated the last post and
Roberts.
the other way.
Roberts well picked up by Stealing. Straight to the Costa, couldn't get past 2. Good nifty, a clever footwork from Davis. but Roberts doesn't look comfortable on the ground.
Now we'll see the first involvement for the Direct Action Health Solutions team. Been ever present in this Ascension tournament, taking care of the players, making sure they're properly escorted off the pitch. The Moruga players just taking the opportunity to get into some minor discussions, sort themselves out. It's going to be a central free kick. We're about 40 yards out, give or take.
Good take from Stealing.
Very confident goalkeeping from Mr. Stealing, the Moruga custodian on this final day of April.
Cross coming in, Ryan King Allen, back to Curvel Jeremiah, but well saved from Fikile Thompson. Good block.
Yeah, Jeremiah with just a little too much backlift there. A snapshot would have helped. He was waiting for the ball to drop. A little more athleticism may have given Moruga the equalizer as they protest this free kick, but win it back. Jado sleep, as they say, and the ball goes out once again off of Allen. So Ja waking up, going back to sleep, and waking up again. Central with the throw.
Rivers looking to send his man, but Fikile Thompson is there again to do some cleaning up. Da Costa going back forward to Francois, who is playing rather deep today. A good turn from Francois, but he loses out. Here comes Rivers, but Faria is there to do some cleaning up for Central FC. Jekyll Pierre doing some fancy footwork, but he wins a free kick in an interesting position here for Central FC, and maybe this is a test for Stealing. And we are seeing Miguel Williams behind it. Terrell Roberts is also interested. Rodney Young will try to do some defending. So Curvel Jeremiah is running back. The only player Moruga have behind the ball is Ryan King Allen. But it looks like Miguel Williams will take this one, and you would think that he will go straight to goal.
Here's the kick from Miguel Williams.
Just over the bar. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort, Jovan.
I don't think the goalkeeper for Moruga would have got to that, but like we said before the match, put it in the V, and a few keepers who could reach it. A couple come to mind.
But
former Princestown senior sec keeper Marvin Phillip used to be indomitable in the south zone of the competition. Gigi Buffon, Eric Spiderman Carter, I've heard.
Some recent players I would have seen, Oliver Kahn taken some balls out of the V's.
This one just too long for Jeremiah. He's not one to run it down. They should play the ball and look to play the ball directly to him so that faster players can play off of him. He will attract some attention playing at the center of the central goal. So they may want to retrofit their tactics to ensure that they don't exclude their towering central striker.
Interception by Miguel Williams. This is Francois. There's you overlapping Da Costa. Da Costa with the cross, but the cross is a bit too heavy. And it will go for a Moruga goal kick.
We're in the 30th minute of play in this match between Moruga and Central FC. The Sharks are leading 1-0 on our 20th minute Keyshawn St. Rose goal. Well taken one-time finish by the Central captain. Lone striker for them.
And that goal couldn't come in a better time for him personally. He needed that. This is Faria. Faria is lost, he robbed a bit. But here comes Da Costa to help out his player to do some cleaning up. Williams, this is Joshua Thomas. Thomas seeing some movement. Look back to Williams, but surrounded by a couple Moruga players. Here comes Moruga. They can get a chance here. Jeremiah in the center. Jeremiah scores and equalizes. And Katabi is not happy. Jeremiah gets the equalizer, and he too is very glad, and he's thanking the Lord above for his goal.
I'll tell you who's grateful. Everybody in a Moruga shirt. Everybody from the community of Moruga. They are grateful for this equalizer. It's a good strike by Jeremiah. Well timed. We're in the 39th minute. Katibi protesting and letting his teammates know that he's not at all pleased with the coverage that he got.
And it's game on.
Atiba Charles here working his defenders, squaring for the big man. Finesse. Very end. That's 1-1 and it's game on, like you said, 40th minute.
And that is how I like to see number 9s play. One touch goal, getting that. That's a very good goal from them. We have seen 2 good goals so far in this game.
Yeah, and Coach Russ Russell has had his share of headaches in this tournament. I think he'll be scratching his head wondering how Moruga would have gotten back into this match on the balance of play. But Moruga know what they've been doing. Captain just coming off for some treatment. Did hear from the coaching staff that they did plan to give a better account of themselves on this afternoon, so it's to be expected if you're a Moruga fan or a closet Moruga fan, as somebody in this commentary position may very well be.
And of course the coach Anton Kwashi doing a fantastic, looking like a genius, because he would have taken off Malik Lewis, who had the easy sitter in the first half, bringing on Kervel Jeremiah, and he got the goal.
Yeah, and as time goes by, it calls for some very strict decisions to be taken. Astute coaching there by Mr. Kwashi. Moruga continue to push for the lead in this match.
And here comes Moruga again. This is Joshua Ragu doing well to keep the ball forward, trying to get past Faria, but committing a foul in the process.
Yeah, the official Sashram Sarup just raising his flag. No time to wait. Here come Central.
Jukul Pay was adjudged to have handled the ball, used his arms. So back for Moruga, who has drawn level through Kervel Jeremiah. Back with a bang after missing the last couple games for Moruga. Roberts using Francois. Francois tried to get the ball across. Tigana Sparks, and you would think that Miguel Williams should have done better. A mistake from Sparks, allowing Miguel to be played on and had a chance to score, but he went for the first post and sent it wide.
Yeah, he's taking it okay, but he should be very disappointed in that effort, Miguel Williams. The shot off of his right boot just going into touch when it looked easier to score. Here comes Central again. This one is well over bar. Player there just adjusting his socks. Is the number 19, Ronaldo Francois, the hero of that draw against CSW a couple weeks ago. Here's Central again, capitalizing. Moruga pegging them back. Ragu to Tigana Sparks. Sparks with two for company goes long. There's the goal scorer chasing down this ball.
And of course, Curvel Jeremiah, and that's a foul from Joshua Thomas. Fouling Rivers, Makanaki Rivers. You would think that the parents of Rivers would be a fan of Makanaki, would have played for Cameroon in the 1990 World Cup.
Take your word for it, Ian. In 1990, I was in elementary school. Just entering the primary school system. This is a free kick for Moruga. Rivers from the right side. Good position here. Good free kick as well. Action in the box. That shot is blocked. Just cleared by Central. Still ping-ponging around. Rivers. Just put out by Allen.
I would have loved to see Moruga done a lot better with that, because here you have a tall striker, number 9 in Jeremiah, who is in the box. He just scored a goal and therefore his confidence would have been high. I would have loved to see that free kick. Should have been better.
Yeah, good variation though from Moruga. Of course, the tallest man on the pitch would be your obvious choice, keeping it low and causing some problems for the Central defense. This game is finally poised as we approach the halftime interval. Referee about to show 3 minutes of time added on.
Ball falling for Miguel Williams, but he will go over the line with it.
Good turn there by Rivers. It's back with Central.
This is Francois. It's fouled by number 6 Davis. So another free kick this time for Central FC.
Referee not interested. Mr. CJ O'Brien not interested in any of the protestations from the Moruga team in their third fluorescent kit. Green. Very sharp today. Sharp in front of goal was Mr. Jeremiah, number 3, to bring them back into this one. Central once again chasing a lead.
And the ball was brought back but well held by the goalkeeper stealing. Played back to Katibi. Young turning, going back to his defense. A mistake. Landing for Francois St. Rose, but Joko Pierre trying to get it on the right foot, well headed away by the defender. And you would think that if the defender didn't get his head in the way, stealing would have been in problems.
Yeah, stealing would have been in problems, but good football from both sides. Pierre carving out an opportunity, only to be denied by the Moruga defender. This one will be taken short against the referee's advice. Have to play to the whistle.
Deshaun Thomas playing the free kick a bit too early. Not a particularly good corner kick, and well held this time in the end by stealing. And one of the rare mistakes from Fikile Thompson, but he does well, he recovers well. Jeremiah doing some nifty, controlling the ball well.
Ole.
And a good ball for Ryan King Allen, but good coming by the goalkeeper, Katibi. Faria going to ground, earning Central FC another free kick. And that's the end of the first half, and an even first half, an even half time, Jovan.
Yeah, good football from both sides in this half. Moruga digging into drawback level through Jeremiah after going down to a Keishon St. Rose goal. And let's look at those highlights from the first half. Here we see Central coming forward, looking very dangerous. That's the ball to St. Rose, well finished, stealing in the Moruga goal. It's Jeremiah's first chance after coming on as a sub. That free kick was well over by Michael Williams. But here comes the Moruga goal. This is Atiba Charles centering for Jeremiah. And what about that finish? The big man for Moruga FC. Should have been 2-1. Michael Williams didn't capitalize on that. Saw a foul on Rivers. Moruga again came. That shot from Allen, just knocked back. And the free kick from Javon Thomas, just grabbed up by stealing. But a well played first half from both teams. They produced the type of match we were looking for. Both teams are actually looking to come up the table. So on the balance of play, I think we got what we expected from this first half here.
Yes, a very even game, and the half time is a really biased score line. It's a fair score line for these two teams. They both had their chances, they both had some openings, and they both scored their goals.
Yeah, so 1-1 at halftime, Moruga FC versus Central FC. We're going to take a break, and we'll return with the second half from the Arima Velodrome.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Fikile coming into the game today. Moruga, no points.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here.
This Easter, join us on CNC3 for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats. Tune in with the kids and take notes as we teach you to make some awesome Easter dishes. So log on every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the T&T Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465 extension 4274 and speak to one of our customer service representatives. And
Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats. Tune in with the kids and take notes as we teach you to make some awesome Easter dishes. So log on every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the T&T Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465 extension 4274 and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
To different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
targeting change.
Inspire
TT.
TT.
Be
Be
the
the
change.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
Yes, and welcome back. It's second half action between Moruga FC and Central FC, and the score is 1-1. Goals from St. Rose for Central FC in the 19th minute, and in the 39th minute, Kervel Jeremiah, who came on as a substitute for Malik Lewis, he would have scored the equalizer, and it's a 1-1 game. This is Da Costa going back to his brother Da Costa, who's going across to Thompson. Thompson just getting a deflection, but it falls to Faria. Faria going for the long ball. This is Roberts, but Roberts going wide. And the first attack in the second half for Central FC going wide. And of course Moruga having some defending to do as Central FC try to put on the early pressure in the second half. Long ball going forward, finding the goal scorer, Jeremiah, but he loses out to Faria. Faria looking to send, this is Jekyll Pierre, but good defending. Rather give up a throw than to give up a corner. Both teams looking for that win because currently they are both at the bottom of the table. Moruga yet to score any points in their previous 5 matches. Central FC just 2 draws. The draws against AC Port of Spain and Westfort FC. Moruga having 2 1-0 losses to CSW and Westfort, a 2-0 loss to Cunupia and a 3-0 loss to Police. And that blip that they would have suffered an 11-2 loss to Rangers, and Central FC would have lost 3-1 to Cunupia, 2-0 to Deportivo, and 4-0 to Mighty Defence Force. A goal hitting, a shot going goalwards, hitting the bar, and a good effort from distance. Central FC signaling their intent in the second half. Goalkeeper Stealing was beaten, couldn't do anything to stop that. And of course the third choice, the third goalkeeper for Moruga in the tournament so far after Kervel Turner and Kadim Duncan. Stealing, the third keeper for Moruga in their 6th game. As we welcome back Jovan Ravello, as Central FC has to do some defending. Da Costa getting the ball over the line.
Yeah, the Moruga number 10 there in the midfield. Rivers just trying to G up his players. They have a, like we've been saying all game, a good opportunity here for 3 points. They're even. I believe it's their first equalizer of this tournament.
And it will be their 3rd goal after they scored 2 against Rangers.
Good work by Atiba Charles. Retaining possession, giving it away.
St. Rose being fouled by Henry. This is Jekyll Williams on the far side. Driving past, but the cross was blocked. And of course now Moruga have to defend another corner. Javon Thomas. And that's what can I say? A brilliant goal this time. And after having suffered in the first 5 games, St. Rose now has a double.
Yeah, and I can understand why you couldn't compose yourself a minute ago, Ian. Keyshawn St. Rose has had a rough road to this double. Popping up at the right time to beat the Moruga keeper. Looks on a bit astounded that he would have gotten beaten there. But Keyshawn St. Rose is some player. Shortest man on the pitch. First corner. It's 2-1, sorry. My sincerest apologies. 2-1 to Central. Moruga needing to find another equalizer in this match. And now that Ian has caught himself, we'll be back.
Well, I am so happy for St. Rose, especially personally, having suffered for the first 5 games. I couldn't even find the words. My tongue couldn't just form the words, because as I was speaking to Ross Russell before, we were talking, and I mentioned that just one goal he would need would open the way for other goals and for his confidence to be back, and it's good to see him scoring a double so far.
And it could be the floodgates here as Central come again. Ball just eluding all players in a white shirt. This is ball up to Jeremiah, pressuring his defender, winning the ball.
And here comes Central FC again. Terrell Roberts trying to find the double goal scorer now. His confidence up, but he would give up a throw in the process. Central FC finding themselves in front again. This will be the second time they will be leading in the tournament. The first time was earlier in this game. And the second time so far, they would have scored 2 goals in a space of 90 minutes after the 2-2 draw with Westfort. And the first time they would have scored in this game, Kishan Fintro's first goal would be the first time since they scored against Westfort, because they haven't scored against Deportivo in that 2-0 loss and also that 4-0 loss against Defence Force. So they have gone 2 games without scoring. Now they have 2 goals in 1 game. This is St. Rose. St. Rose been robbed a bit by Sparks, the captain of Moruga.
Yeah, Central finally catching themselves, just like Ian had to. The end of that Central corner gave them the lead in this match for the second time. Here come Moruga again. Jeremiah, that's a great goal!
Oh my goodness!
Golazo!
And the mistake from Thompson, another rare mistake from Thompson, allowing the ball to fall to Jeremiah. And just like that, the 2 strikers who have been struggling in the tournament so far, they both have 2 goals each.
Wonderful stuff here at the Arima Velodrome, and Jeremiah just letting his players know it's time to go. Poor defending, horrible clearance there, falling to Jeremiah, making some space for himself. Down in the corner. Katibi distraught on the pitch. It's 2-2. Moruga versus Central after 55 minutes. Game on once again.
This is excellent football. We anticipated a very good game from these 2 teams. They both targeting each other's. And that's a strong tackle. It looked like a card could come out here. And it's a yellow card for Da Costa. Da Costa getting the yellow card with that hard tackle. Number 17 on number 17. 217's clash. It's an old reggae song from Culture. They have a song called 27's Clash. Well, this is the 217's clash.
And we have to make the distinction, of course. Leandro Da Costa, the player going into the book. Leonardo, the number 5, is a centre back. Leandro is right back for Central. Moruga now surely be looking for their hat-trick hero, number 3. Most prolific number 3 in the tournament so far.
But he's naturally a number 9. He wore the number 9 in the first couple games he would have played in. He's coming on today, coming off the bench as well as the number 9, the starting number 9, Malik Lewis, came off. He missed that sitter in the first half. And
yeah, we could have been at 3-2 here. There we see Keyshawn St. Rose just recovering the ball for the Central throw on the right-hand side.
A good game for the 2 strikers. coming into both strikers were under some pressure, not scoring goals. Well, Jeremiah didn't play in the last 2 games. Coming back today, still without a goal. And just like that, the 2 strikers who were under pressure coming into today's game, they both have doubles next to their names. Da Costa going back to Thompson, whose rare mistake provided that equalizer.
Rare, but a very poor mistake there from one of your favorite defenders in this tournament, Ian. I know you don't want to criticize him too much.
But it was a very poor clearance. He went for the back header, almost missed it completely, and falling gifted. The only thing that ball was missing was a red bow.
But it was wrapped up very well by Jeremiah, who is now deep in the midfield trying to control. Here he is again, looking to turn provider.
And the last time I would have seen a striker in our local game with that size and would have been McFarlane, who would have been playing for Rangers. That's before they were the Hocketa Rangers.
Of course, Defence Force, who are playing in the second match this afternoon, does have a couple big strikers, statuesque, burly strikers in Brent Sam and Jamil Boatswain. Both players very accomplished in their own right.
And of course, when you look at players like Curville Jeremiah and Brent Sam and players of that stature, national coaches will have their eyes on players like that.
And good thing as well for all the other players on this pitch that the national coaches are also watching these matches in the Ascension tournament, looking for talent. Coach Angus Eve, of course, going into training for the under-20 and senior.
Other players in this tournament.
Yeah, certainly several diamonds in the rough playing in this tournament, and Rayon King Allen among those, as well as Keyshawn St. Rose, who has been on the score sheet this afternoon, finally putting his name in lights in this Ascension tournament.
And of course, a lot of these players from Central FC would be making that transition to senior football, but they do have the next couple years. They are of age for the Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah, several opportunities for these players to show their ways and distinguish themselves in the national setup. But this evening they have to distinguish themselves against the team in front of them. 2-all Moruga and Central with an hour played.
And with the Olympics 2 years away, a lot of the Central FC played with the youth. We have young players in this team. They would fancy their chances in having this team. I know the coaches haven't been picked yet for those tournaments, so of course they may want to think about continuity,
succession planning and all that.
And if the national under-20 coach is the national senior coach, I think the under-23 coach could well be Angus Eve as well.
He has said that he's using 2 different staffs for both teams. So the under-20s and the senior team have the benefit of having their own staff. As you see the subs coming in.
Number 20 for Moruga, replacing the number 6, that's Rivers, coming off. And of course, Yatam Henry is also coming off.
Number 6 is Ryan Davis for Moruga.
Jashawn Thomas is getting ready to come on. It's a triple change here for Central. Romario Burke is also coming on, as well as Jerick Williams. We'll see who are coming off now. Jokul Pay is one who is coming off. pair off for Romario Burke. Terrell Roberts is off as well.
Burke, of course, showing his propensity to get those late goals. Did speak about his fitness, keeping him out of the starting lineup. Comes off the bench this evening.
The player who has come off for Central.
Oh, touch. Oh, you watch that toward again. Come on. Changai. Here. Move the legs.
Javon Thomas. Faria back to Thomas. The cross coming in. Faria with a shot. Well held by, well saved by Stealing.
Yeah, your favorite keeper so far doing well with what is bread and butter for keepers in this tournament. Any tournament really.
Yes.
Especially at this level. Central come back.
Yes. Backward. That's the back.
Jashon Thomas.
Right. Yes. Good hand. Yes.
64 minutes gone. It's a 2-all game between Moruga and Central FC. The two bottom teams of the tournament. This is Faria, Francois, Mario Burke.
Come on, Changa. Move your fucking leg. That was good.
This is Burke playing the ball. This is a shot, it's a goal.
Quality finish there from Romario Burke. This is his third goal of the tournament. Stealing again, picking the ball out of his net. As his defenders hold a commission of inquiry into how that player would have gotten all that room at the top of their box.
And just like that, with Mario Burke, who would have scored a double against West Fort, he would come, and that was coming off the bench. He would come off the bench again today and score his third goal of the tournament. And just like that, Central FC is in front again.
Yeah, Burke looks to be very confident character in front of goal. He said his fitness has excluded him from the starting lineup, as I mentioned before. But certainly his finishing touch is very valuable in this tournament to Central. Don't know if you can note the disappointment in my voice, but it's 3-2 to Central.
This is Jashon Thomas battling with the ball for the ball. The ball will be played to a corner. He won the corner. And this is now Jerick Williams will take the corner for Central FC, who are leading 3-2. And you would think that Moruga might have something in them for a third equalizer.
Yeah, anything can happen. We still have quite a lot of football to be played in this match.
Atiba Charles going past Burke, but he couldn't get past Fakile Thompson, who is trying to make up for his past mistake. This is Faria. Faria looking to go forward. He has support, and this is Francois. Francois going past one, going past two. He's in the box. And the goalkeeper came out, but the assistant is calling. His flag was up, but Francois went straight to goal. I can't understand why the flag would have gone up, as Francois didn't pass the ball to the striker. He went forward, but the linesman, what we call the assistant, flag was up. But let's ignore that for the moment, as the goalkeeper is getting some attention But I'm still puzzled why the referee assistant flag would have been up when Francois went straight to goal from that run from the flank.
Yeah, just one of the mysteries here this afternoon.
Let's look at it again. You're seeing Francois going past one. He blew past him like if he wasn't there. Then he passed another one. And this is him now going towards goal. The referee's assistant is not in your screen, but his flag was up. And we see Stealing getting some attention. There is no... Well, now there's some movement on the pitch as number 14. The substitute goalkeeper is getting preparations to come into the pitch.
That is
Darren Moore.
Moore with barely a moment to warm up. He'll have to do his stretches in the area as we consider why the referee would have blown his whistle in that last sequence. All the focus now on the fourth keeper to be fielded by Moruga in this tournament.
They certainly have some issues to iron out. Well, we understand that the keeper for the first two matches, Turner, he himself is not a starting goalkeeper. He himself is not usually a keeper. Instead, I understand that he is actually a striker. But there was no keeper available at the time of the first couple games. But he had done quite well. For someone who is a striker to concede just 2 goals in the 2 opening matches, he would have counted himself, he would have marked himself good.
He's the keeper with the best return so far. Moore, with no goals conceded so far, is also in the running for the best keeper after 6 matches in a Moruga shirt. Of course, the men between those two suffering different fates.
Oh yes, and Turner would have also kept in that 11-2 game as well, so that would have spoiled his returns, as this good thing that Moore didn't have to do much defending in that effort that went wide.
Yes, just catches his bearings. It's good to see that ball go wide. This is first real involvement in the match as Moruga continue to chase. They've used all 5 of their substitutions now. 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. 2 in the first half. One of those being the goal scorer, Jeremiah. A brace on either side, scored on either side of the half. Second was real beauty. Here come Moruga.
Maybe they have a third goal coming for them. It's a goal kick awarded for Central FC, as that ball would have been carried over the line. Joshon Thomas cutting inside with his left foot to Javon Thomas. Jerick Williams, time and space. DaCosta back to Williams, getting a bit crowded in there. Faria. Substitute would have come on and given Central FC the lead. It's 3-2 with just over 18 minutes to go in this game.
The Central super sub really marking his name down in the coach's notebook as a viable option. This corner is his. Defended well.
And this would have been the first game that either Clausel or Burke didn't start. Usually you would have one of them starting if one of them is on the bench, or if 2 both of them would start. But this is the first game where both of them, in fact, Clausel is not even on the bench for Central FC.
Yeah, the heir to the dread dribbler throne showed some flashes in the last match. So another mystery why he isn't involved today, but
for him to be a dread dribbler, he needs a dread first.
Maybe dreaded is more apt in this case. Certainly that through ball he played last weekend would earn him some kind of reputation, but here comes another man with good reputation. His ball is slipped just off of T.B. Charles. It's good football from Ryan Allen to advance the ball up the field. T.B. Charles just unable to keep in line with the defense.
A mistake from Jashon Thomas as he tries to recover, commits a foul in the process. Ryan King Allen continues to impress. Yes, nice surging forward runs in this tournament. Nifty and clever footwork as well. A missed pass. Faria to the overlap in the cost to Javon Thomas.
And back to Ryan Allen. It's the type of player you need on your side when you need a goal. Somebody who dares to dream, dares to take on defenders. Jeremiah, of course, showing his ability lower down the pitch. He is on a hat-trick, collects it from Allen. Good footwork from the big man. Very composed stuff there. All over from Charles, goes into touch. So corner for Moruga.
And it's amazing to see what confidence can do, what a goal can do. You're seeing Jeremiah holding up the ball pretty well. He's playing with his back to the goal pretty well. And with the 2 goals that he would have scored, he himself for them would be trying to impress some national scouts as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see him do it a little higher up the pitch to allow players like Charles and Allen to play around him. But he's been very effective in this match so far. Can't fault him for effort.
This is Jeremiah giving the ball to Alan King. Alan King is to the ground, but the referee would point for.
Moruga pressing Central higher up the pitch. Can be effective. This part of the match is the point where you're looking for those mistakes.
Some good footwork from Francois. This is Williams, Jerick Williams. Williams to Jashon Thomas. So shot going wide. Jashon Thomas showing some nifty footwork, who is favored his left foot.
Yeah, the defense force staff behind just returning the ball as they continue their warm-up ahead of the second match of this doubleheader.
An equally enticing game in the second half. Cunupia currently second on the table, defense force fourth. Just 1 point separating the 2 teams.
Very close in quality, both sides.
The ball coming in, and it's a goal here. And it's a 4th goal for Central FC, and just like that, St. Rose completes his hat-trick. Coming into the game, I mentioned many times, coming into the game under some pressure, and it's a good feeling to get your first hat-trick, Jovan. I'm sure you would have got a few hat-tricks in your time.
My time was a long time ago, but tonight is Mr. Keyshawn St. Rose's time. This is good football here on the left wing from Javon Thomas. St. Rose there to gobble up his hat-trick. His third goal of the tournament. Third in this match. First conceded for Mr. Moore in the Ascension tournament. It's 4-2 to Central as they put some distance between them and Moruga.
And they should be happy to score 4 goals in a single game. The first time they would have done that for this season. And this is only the second time Moruga would have conceded. This would be the second time that Moruga would have conceded more than 3 goals in the tournament.
Yeah, they haven't been too bad this afternoon, the Moruga team. We spoke last week about them going from strength to strength in the Ascension tournament. They would feel hard done by this scoreline, but they are good value for this. Looking for third, on that occasion was Ryan Allen with Jeremiah Central. 3-man forward lineup working for Moruga today. The defensive issues need to be sorted out, of course, for the Southern Community team. Hector, Ren Hector.
Sparks getting past Rick Williams, but couldn't get past Da Costa. He forces him to go back to the goalkeeper. Moruga has just over 10 minutes. Good ski tackle from the Jashon Thomas. Headed away from Da Costa. Javon Thomas, that would be. My apologies. Jashon Thomas is number 7. As we are looking at Ryan King Allen, who himself would want to get one at the back of the net, who have been doing quite well, but just not getting to convert them.
Yeah, a very strong, scrappy performance here from Allen King Allen, sorry. This kit is very clean. Hasn't been matched, really. His final ball is what is lacking. As Ragu is forced back. Gets the foul for that push in the back. Goes prostrate, maybe with some cramp. Here come direct action. Stretcher men, as it were. Raghu's beat his body for his team this afternoon into evening. As we enter the 81st minute, 82nd minute of play. It is to be expected, given the effort that these players have been putting in against Central FC. Central FC, of course, enjoying the better of the exchanges. They're up 4-2. But Moruga giving a very good account of themselves on this afternoon. Up to a short while ago, looking very much in this match.
And this is the kind of result that you would want heading into a very tough game next week against Rangers. And this is what Central FC would take forward going into that game against Rangers. So this victory, what is looking like a victory, would be a good confidence booster as they face the unbeaten Rangers. Now Moruga will have to face the mighty Defence Force next week, and this is not how you want to get into a game against Defence Force, losing to a team that have been struggling before today.
Yeah, I think every team's struggle is unique in this tournament. Defense Force wouldn't have been pleased as we see some of the Moruga supporters and team officials looking on at their valiant champions. Drago is removed from the pitch. First player to be stretchered off this afternoon. He will receive some treatment. Moruga have already used all 5 of their subs in this match. So if King isn't able to return, they will play these final 7 or so minutes short. Defense Force have scored a lot of goals, but they lamented their own finishing about a week ago and corrected those mistakes with that Rayon Moore performance. Here come Moruga again. Jeremiah looking for some space where there wasn't any. It's a great ball down the left side for Atiba Charles. He rides the challenge well. That cross found no one. Central. Mario Burke looking for the man. Couldn't find him. It's well cleared by Stephen Richardson. That is a 5th out of nowhere for Central FC. The man, Ronaldo Francois, taking the high fives and the slaps on the back. Doesn't celebrate much. He's been working very hard in that center midfield position. Ball coming to him. Just wrong footing the keeper. On its way to the back of the net. It's 5-2 to Central in the 86th minute. It's going pear-shaped for Moruga at this point.
A very good confidence booster for this team. In the past games, we would have seen them playing that kind of football, attractive football, positive football. And it's only a matter of time before they start to get the results. And I think this game would be a game to jumpstart the points column for this team.
Yeah, both teams would have hoped that this would have been the jumpstart that their tournament needed. Central, of course, applying themselves a little better. To lead 5-2. What would seem to be an unassailable lead at this point in the match. Just about 4 minutes to play plus time added on. We'll await the signal from 4th official Kerwin Colley.
Referee's assistant flag is up for this one.
So T-Bot Charles getting flagged by Komi Nicholas.
Francois is another player who would have caught the eye, I'm sure, of fans, spectators, and perhaps scouts, who has been doing a lot of running, good forward movement from this young man, and so this goal that he would have scored just a few minutes ago is well deserving.
Yeah, and he has stayed calm in a very key position for Central. He was very instrumental in the way that they approached the game against Defense Force last weekend, despite not being able to get the win. He's been a rock for this Central team, this very young Central team, one of the more composed players. and then showing his finishing touch to get their 5th a short while ago.
France
again. It's a good find. St. Rose on the ball. Looking for Burke. It's blocked.
And you would think that Central FC is not finished yet. They are looking for more goals. Everybody thinking now maybe I can get in one.
Moruga still thinking that they can get in one. This is a long range attempt from Jeremiah. Been a solid performance for Jeremiah since coming on as a substitute very early in the first half, but he hasn't been able to bring his team out of trouble. A 3rd, 4th and 5th time this evening. It's Burke.
Just Sean Thomas looking for St. Rose. St. Rose looking for some movement. Couldn't get the ball between his man there. But this is a good turn from Atiba Charles, who has Da Costa running behind him. The other Da Costa stopped him. When he was running from one Da Costa, the other one stopped him.
Yeah, that's Da Costa running at the central defense.
Ryan King Allen on the far side. Good work there from Thompson, but he was supported there by Williams. This is Francois. Francois has Romario Burke. Tries a shot from distance, but no problem for the goalkeeper this time.
Yeah, as you see, 4 minutes of time added on at the end of this match. We're in the 90th minute, 91st minute of play. Fancy feet from Rivers. Looking for Jeremiah. Waiting on the support.
With this pending win, Central FC will go up to 7th on the table, condemning Central Soccer World to 8th and AC Port of Spain to 9th, leaving Moruga pointless at number 10. But there are some positives that Moruga would take from this game.
Yeah, certainly they've scored 2 goals this afternoon. They've come back to draw level twice against a very good Central team. It would all go well for their further fixtures. They have a very tough assignment next week. But they will be focused on their continued improvement in this tournament. Just a lack of communication getting in the way there. As we head into the 3rd minute of time added on. Legs beginning to tire for everyone. Central keep pushing for another goal, most probably. Dogged defending there from the Moruga defense.
Again, this is Faria. Faria to Romario Burke. Central FC still pressing for one more. St. Rose, Faria. The goalkeeper would finally hold the ball. Just need to survive just about 80 seconds. St. Rose going around this man, going through a second, and a good tackle in the end. Good timely tackle, and he will give up a corner in which Faria would walk across to take. Tyrese Reefer doing the tackling just in the final moment. Just a matter of seconds now for Central FC to get their first win of the tournament. And
it's a bad sign here. It looks like Keishon St. Rose touching his left leg right off the pitch. Central captain.
And the scorer of a hat-trick today.
Finally got off the mark, but looks to be in some distress. Tackled by Reefer, very meaty but fair.
Got the ball. Wasn't all ball because he got a part of the player, but he got the ball.
Mostly ball. That's all he can ask for. As we look at 4 minutes, time added on elapsed. Wait on the referee's signal. Thomas just being foiled by the substitute Reefer.
And a good effort across the face of the goal. A very good effort.
That is Romario Burke, looks like.
So close from being a 6th goal for Central FC, but a good effort. And a good performance by Central FC. 5 goals in the second half, both teams. This is Francois. And that's the final whistle. Central FC with their first win of the tournament, 5-2 over Moruga Jovan.
Yeah, and a disappointing afternoon for Moruga team and fans of Moruga, but great success here for Central as we see Coach Russell striding off the pitch, looking a little more assured of his team's performance this evening. Last week he said he wasn't accustomed to being on the losing end, but now we'll see the highlights of a great victory for his team. This is the first half here. First of Keishon St. Rose's 3 goals, poked into that far left corner of the Moruga goal. Moruga were right back with Peters to Jeremiah, Atiba Charles to Jeremiah. Well celebrated there by Rayon Allen King, one of the main protagonists this evening. St. Rose allowed to header in the second of his hat-trick for Central. Poor header here, allowing Jeremiah a moment and space to look for that far corner. Great finish from him. He would complete his double. Rayon King Allen earning a yellow for that foul. Another ball here for Keishon St. Rose. Finish his hat-trick, round it off. He's all smiles at that point. Here's the 5th by Francois. Wrong footing, substitute keeper Moore. 5-2 is how it ended. Central FC taking a valuable 3 points. They're on 5 points now in the tournament. And how do you feel about that performance, Ian?
It's a good performance from Central FC. They needed that. They have been playing some good football, not getting the results, but finally the results came.
Yeah, so a good match here. 7 goals. Central FC getting the lion's share of them. The Sharks from Central against Moruga, 5 to the final score. When we come back, we'll have Defence Force versus Cunupia FC.
Moruga FC versus Central FC. And up next, the second game. Defence Force versus Cunupia FC. Are the Livingston ready for game number 2? The Ascension Tournament. Bigger, better football, yeah?
Can we have the team sheets up here, please?
We don't have team sheets.
We don't have them at all.
I don't know which part she said we have team sheets. Bring team sheets from home? You bring team sheets from home? Well, I might know some of the players. This is a big one. This is the big one. This is the big one. Defence Force versus Cunupia FC, and of course Cunupia on second on the table with 12 points from 5 matches, only the one blemish in their league so far, that loss against Police, that 2-1 loss. And of course Defence Force are unbeaten, 1 point behind Cunupia and 11 points. The Defence Force with that big win last week, that 4-0 win over Central FC. And of course they're coming up here after back-to-back wins against AC Port of Spain and Central FC, of course. So Defence Force and Cunupia, all to play for in this game.
Yes, a mouth-watering clash here, the second of 2.
Defence Force will get the first kick of the ball with Boatswain.
There we see
and quickly go through the teams. Defence Force, I'll start with Cunupia. Kadeem Graham, Stephen Julian, Elia Brewster, Christian Maloney, Dominic Douglas, Trevin Caesar, Keon Daniel, Maisha Mensha, the leading goal scorer who has 9 goals, Kevon Woodley, Showtime, Kevin Graham, the goalkeeper, and Brandon Semper.
for Defence Force, we have Jelani Felix, Brent Slam, Jamil Boatswain, Curtis Gonzalez is the captain, Rion Moore, of course, the sensation, the national sensation, Justin Sadu, another exciting player, Jules Lee, Justin Garcia, Christopher Biggett, Jamil Cooper, and Kasim Keller. The referees this afternoon, Quincy Williams is the man with the whistle. Kurt Changia, Roshan Baliram, and Timothy Derry.
All to play for in this game. With a win, Cunupia would maintain second place and would go up to 15 points, 1 point behind the Rangers. But if Defence Force were to win, they would leapfrog both Police and Cunupia, and they would go to second on 14 points. And a draw would keep Cunupia second, and Defence Force would go up to 12 points with Police. Police still have AC Port of Spain to play tomorrow on Sunday at the Barracks. So it's all tight, and it's a top 4 teams already separated themselves from the pack.
And the pack itself is not separated. We call the pack for a reason. They're very close. Anybody can be touched at this point of the tournament so far.
As it is, it's just 5 points separating Deportivo Central FC, Deportivo Westford, AC Port of Spain, and Central Soccer World. Moruga just at the bottom of 0 points. We just see them lost Central FC just a moment ago. But now it's a battle of the top teams in this tournament. Cunupia FC and Defence Force. Defence Force with a very proud history of football. Former CONCACAF Champions League winners. They won it twice. In fact, one of 21 teams in world football to have won the treble.
Cunupia FC are also a team that has distinguished themselves in Trinidad and Tobago in the Super League. Looking forward to a very good match here against the Army men. Of course, they have their secret weapon, the man called Showtime.
And of course, one of the best left footers I would have seen in in Trinidad football, Keon Daniel.
Man known as Skillachi, and for good reason, or Skiller.
Ball played towards, but Garcia would wrap it up. Here comes Defence Force. Ball looking for Boatswain. Sedu just rubbed a bit. Curtis Gonzalez going forward, looking for the ball, looking for Boatswain. Defence Force has to do some defending now. Felix and Cooper just exchanging passes. Going all the way back to Gonzalez. The ball intended for Moore. Good covering from Stefan Julian. Experienced goalkeeper Kevin Graham, the Jamaican. Very experienced and well known in the Trinidad and Tobago football circuit. This is Woodley. Woodley with the cross, overweighted cross at that. Woodley, the leading goal scorer with an astounding 9 goals. More than double than the second place scorers who have 4. And you would think that 4 goals from 5 matches or 6 matches is very good. But Woodley with that stupendous goal rate. 9 goals coming in today, 9 from 5. Would want to continue that trend. Almost 2 goals a game. 2 hat-tricks already for Kevon Woodley, the man called Showtime, coming out from Tobago. The proud Tobagonian. This is Gonzalez, this is Sidhu. Sidhu is trying to turn away from his man. But here comes Cunupia. It's a wrestling match going on there with Curtis Gonzalez and Dominic Douglas. This is a throw to be taken by Semper. Dealt with by the defense force, Garcia. Mensah to Semper. Semper trying to get it to Douglas, but he couldn't get it, couldn't save it from going over the line, so it's a throw for defense force. To be taken by Lee. Lee going back to his captain. Lee turning away pressure from Daniel. Woodley playing very deep. This is Daniel. Looking to go past Cooper. Good defense, not Cooper, but that's the number 37, Kazim Keller. My apologies to Cooper and Keller. This is defense force with a long ball. Sidhu. Rensam with a lot of space. A lot of space. Not a lot of effort in that one. Not a lot of direction. Defense force would have scored 10 goals already in this tournament. Their best effort was last week when they scored that 4-0 win over Central FC. And Cunupia would have scored 14 goals so far in the tournament, with Kevon Woodley, as I mentioned before, accounting for 9 of them. So of course there is no doubt who is your main go-to man when it comes to scoring. No doubt who that is, Kevon Woodley. Graham not getting the bearings right on that one. Ball aimed towards Boatswain, but he was covered. This is Daniel turning on his man. He looks for some support going forward, but Caesar didn't get it at that moment. But this is Semper doing some defending. Felix. This is Woodley playing very deep. Cross coming in. Pass. Going straight to defense force. Free kick for defense force. Garcia. He will claim it. Straight to Sam, who controls well, who has a lot of space, would like to do better than this time. Will go for a corner. Ren Sam with some early looks at this game, Jovan.
Yeah, Sam is one of the 3 danger men in a team full of danger men for defense force, really at the top. There we see Daniel warning his players off of giving him so much room. It's a corner from Sadu.
And there's a goal here for defense force. That's Rian Moore. He's continuing with his good form. And that's early strike for defense force in the 11th minute. Rian Moore putting defense force a loose ball in the box. He's showing that he might have an injured wrist, but he doesn't have an injured foot.
I mean, Rian Moore doesn't need any gifts in this tournament, but I think that was one of the greatest gifts of all. So far in the Ascension tournament, the keeper will be ruining his luck, Kevin Graham. Usually a sure set of hands, ball just bouncing off his chest. Moore couldn't believe his luck.
That's not a mistake that Kevin Graham would like. An experienced goalkeeper. A very costly mistake in the end. That would do something to your confidence, Jovan.
Yeah, I don't think Cunupia needs little mistakes like that to erode the good work that they've done this tournament. But they have shown the ability to claw back and really bare their teeth against tough opposition. This is probably the toughest of them all so far. Very controlled defense force team.
And defense force would have already played Rangers, and that ended up 1-1. Now they are playing Cunupia, and they are leading 1-0. And of the top 4 teams, they still have Police to play, so they are not doing bad against the top teams, defense force.
Yeah, and they'll be considering themselves one of the top teams in this tournament, especially given the type of football that they've played so far.
But Cunupia, they would have some concerns because of the 5 matches they would have played, the 4 wins they would have got would have been the teams of that in the bottom half of the standings, and the one team that they would have played in the top half was Police, and that they lost 2-1. They would have beaten Westfort. We know where Westfort is in the table. They have beaten Central FC. We know where Central FC is in the table. They would also beaten Moruga and AC Port of Spain. So once they get a stern test, as in Police, they lost 2-1, and now they are facing the mighty defense force.
Yeah, it's not really their fault that they've had such a quote-unquote, and I don't want to do these teams any disservice and call them easy, but an easier start to the tournament than other outfits would have had, but they have picked up the points. You are, like we always say, supposed to play the team in front of you, and they've shown that they can. There's Sam with a good piece of skill there, pulling out the sombrero. There's a man who sure knows his way around the sombrero. He and Daniel just losing out. Very sturdy Kasim Keller in the defense for central midfield. He earns a yellow card for his defensive efforts. Captain Gonzalez just having a word with the referee.
Long ball finding Sam, but Sam couldn't control well to put some pressure on Kevin Graham. And so Cunupia with a goal kick. missed kick, and not what you would want to see from Cunupia, that mistake from Kadeem Graham. Sam and Dominic Douglas, who were in your picture just a moment ago. Defense force leading 1-0 with a goal from Rian Moore, who is quite in form at the moment.
His form just assisted there by the Cunupia keeper Kevin Graham. He showed that he can carve out his own chances, but Graham wanted to contrive to just give him one of the easiest goals he scored so far in this Ascension tournament. 15 minutes this match. It's been very equal except for that goal.
Felix with a throw. Casio going back to his captain. That's Curtis Gonzalez, who goes across to Lee. So defense force with some changes in their lineup.
Sadu. When he switched all the way to Jules Lee, goes back into the defense. To small forward to Sam. Brewster just held back there. It's good football from Cunupia team. Covered by Sadu. Kasim Keller all the way around to Lee. Back with Keller. It's a good ball by Sam recovering. Looking for a call, gets nothing from the referee. Too small a touch there in the midfield. Sadu returning this ball wonderfully. It's a good cross. And here's Jamil Boatswain. Well constructed goal there by defense force. Wonderful football by the Army men. They're up 2-0 after 19 minutes.
And the mighty defense force has struck again last week. And a good 4-0 win against Central. Now they are leading Cunupia. Love to beat Central teams apparently, leading Cunupia 2-0.
There we see some very smart play between Sadu and Cooper. Boatswain, despite less than stellar first touch, putting it away with the second. For defense forces, second.
And I was saying that defense force made some changes in their lineup. There is no Goddard today. He's not even on the team sheet, so he's not on the bench. And Goddard has been doing quite well in the middle of the park for defense force. And yet to see Juven Balchaza with some action in this tournament, the former captain. Not getting much minutes this year. Mensah for Cunupia. Semper. Curtis Gonzalez with the clearance. Ball falling. Falling back to Trevin Caesar. Defense force with a proud history. They have a legacy to maintain.
They have a title to defend, of course. The inaugural Ascension tournament title belonging to the defense force. After a long hiatus, they look to reclaim the crown that they won in the pre-pandemic era.
Defense force would have won titles. They have the most national league titles of any team, and they would have won in each era, in each incarnation of the football tournaments. The Port of Spain League, the National League, the Semi-Pro League, the Pro League. This is Douglas, deflected shot.
Really good take by Douglas there. Very smart play by these Cunupia players. Beginning to flow a little better in the final third. Douglas just foiled by the defense force defenders. Oh. This one goes into touch. Speaking about standouts, we have Walter Alabi with us in the audience this evening. Very cultured.
A standout sports journalist.
Good footballer himself.
But the name Alabi is always good with football. Of course, the former soca warrior, Maurice Alabi.
Here's this Cunupia corner.
A back heel from Daniel, but he couldn't find another red shirt. This is Boatswain playing deep. This is Seydou. Seydou looking for some movement. This is Moore with some speed, trying to go past. Shot going over the bar.
And you can see it all on Graham's face. He isn't pleased with his performance so far. He's already conceded twice.
The first one, a mistake, all his fault, you should say. A regulation catch for him.
Just needs to get out of his head. Still a lot of football to be played in this match. Player looks to be Keller. He's clutching his head, and of course head injuries require the referee to bring an immediate stop to the match.
Daniel just looking concerned for his opposite player.
Daniel handing out some unregulated medical advice. Seems to be telling Keller he's okay. We see not clear what would have caused the injury.
And a collision there with Kevon Woodley.
But Kian Daniel seems to be right. May have a future in physiotherapy. Told Keller he was okay. Told him to get up. He's up. Just going to the sideline. As is required. This is a Cunupia ball.
Here comes Cunupia. They need 2 goals to equalize. This is Woodley turning on his man. He has support. Using Daniel, the experienced Daniel. Going for Douglas. Back to Daniel, to Woodley. Let's see what Woodley will do. But that bicycle just going wide.
Yeah, Woodley has about 8 bicycle attempts in this tournament so far. He hasn't got that one that he's been dreaming of, but he does have a hat full of goals, including a couple hat tricks. Does the Cunupia captain. He'll surely be a factor in how they approach this comeback against Defence Force.
Defence Force will come with it on the right side. This is Lee. Lee looking for Sam. Sam pursued by 2. Going across here to Felix. Even more. Broken up there. Defence Force just knocking the ball around, leading 2-0 after 26 minutes. A goal each for 2 of their forwards, both Swain and Rian Moore. Just for Sam to get in the action now.
As you observed earlier, Sam did have 2 very good looks before the scoring began in this match. So he will surely be next in line to bulge the old onion bag for Defence Force. In his mind, at least, Kevin Graham would not want to see his net ripple again. Good feed by the central defender, sorry.
Douglas going back to Semper. Semper with a clever footwork earlier. Buster losing out. This is Sidhu. Sidhu going to Sam, who's pursued by Semper.
Take some getting Sam off the ball. It's bigger than most. Away from Sadhu. Great feet there from the attacking midfielder.
That would I call happy feet from Sidhu. Sadhu, some happy feet.
One for the highlight reel there.
Definitely. Kind of lost control there.
Sadhu just trotting over to the right corner flag to bring in this ball for Defence Force. A couple oohs and ahs coming from among the crowd, and especially here in the commentary position. Very impressive stuff from a man who many may see as the future of the national side. This is a ball to the last post. It's cleared by central defense.
He and Daniel, some strong body work there. But Sam with a shot. Good save from Graham. And it's a corner for Defence Force. That shot came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Rian Moore just recovering the ball there at the top of the box. Graham doing much better than he did those 2 previous attempts on the half-hour mark. These three are a defensive back fours. Greatest nightmare. More Sam and Boatswain. All targets from this corner.
Felix will get rid of this corner. And a brilliant header from Sam. And now the three forwards for defense force each has a goal.
Yeah, that's a really comprehensive performance here from the front three for defense force. Sam taking the back slaps and high fives. All the kudos belong to him. Cunupia did really poorly to leave him unmarked. There we see him, top of your picture. Graham beaten for the third time in just over half hour.
And a well-placed header from the big man. A well-placed header. Defense force are now gone 3-0 up against Cunupia FC. And just like last week, they have been leading 3-0 before half-time. The defense force looking for back-to-back big wins and sending a warning to the other teams. They have already Rangers though, a 1-1 draw, and that second defense force.
Yeah, looking forward to that Defense Force versus Rangers Part 2 in this Ascension League. For now, it's the Army men, yellow and blue, leading 3-0 against Cunupia.
Nice touch from Boatswain. This is Cooper for Boatswain, a back heel. This is Seydou, but a shot would take a deflection and it will go for a corner, but Seydou already, and I see the touches from Boatswain, Seydou, who has impressed so far.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed defense force there. Back heeling the ball in the opposition midfield, 18-yard box. Confusing the defense as much as I was confused on that.
Another corner for defense force. We knew what happened with the last corner they took.
You see two subs coming off the bench already for Cunupia FC. Coach Michael Defoe demanding better of his players.
A collision with two players, defense force and Woodley, and that's Garcia.
So Akilon Murphy and Josiah Daniel entering the arena for Cunupia FC. A short while, just correcting their forms with a team official.
Just we are waiting the players to exit the playing area so they can restart.
The embattled Graham. No smiles on his face.
Dominic Douglas is the player that is coming off, and he will make way for Josiah Daniel.
Maybe a bit more direct tactic from Cunupia.
And Booster is a player coming off for Cunupia. Woodley going deeper and deeper as the game progresses. This is Daniel looking to turn but couldn't get past Garcia. Moore showing some nifty footwork but couldn't win it there at that time. 35 minutes gone. Defense force 3. A goal each from Boatswain, Sam and Moore. Referee just talking to Mensah. Sam just showing some good work. It is Seedu losing out this time. This is Woodley. Woodley doing some nifty footwork. It's a show time. Both teams.
One team would feel that they've earned showtime at this point. The other team has showtime, who will be looking to earn some semblance of respectability in this match. This team is down 3-0 in the 37th minute. Sadu, Lee,
Gonzalez, defense force holding their shape. Players playing their position quite well. Cooper to Moore going back to Felix.
Very disciplined football here from defense force, despite being up 3-0, still sticking to their tasks.
Keller, Felix, this is Sadu seeing some movement. This is Sam well tackled by Spence. Semper.
I don't know if you've noticed, Ian, but Sam always seems to have a little piece of space on the right side of whatever defense he's playing against, and there again you see him with a free touch.
Yes, for some reason he always having that space. We've seen him with the space against Central FC last week, and even tonight, now he's getting a lot of open passes. But even so, Semper is quick to come down on him. Keller, Cooper, Lee, Cooper. This time couldn't get past a sea of red shirts. The defense force would remain. Oh, that was a high ball, a high foot. For Sadu winning the free kick.
And Sam with a lot of room.
This time dealt with by Kevin Graham. 39 minutes gone, defense force leading 3-0. Trevin Caesar just losing out there for the moment, and it's a throw for Cunupia. Jelani Felix has to do some defending.
Just after the 40th minute, in the 41st minute of this match, Cunupia finding Defence Force a tough nut to crack. Defence Force finding 3 goals relatively early in this match. Another Defence Force chrome performance here at the Arima Velodrome. Cunupia with not looking like they have the needed energy to get past these Defence Force midfielders at the moment.
And of course, their confidence would have suffered a blow with those 3 goals in the first half.
3 goals will knock the win out of any team.
A good ball forward from Sid.
Real Moore just left his position a little early there. That's a good spot from Sadu. Even better spot from the referee. That is Kurt Charles.
Semper, the forward finding Woodley going back. Playing very deep, finding good ball, but Defence Force. Julian doing well with that overlapping run, but this is Sam who's falling deep and finding Cooper. Good ball. Sadu continue to play excellent deliveries, but a ball that was intended for Sam was a bit overweight. Sadu continues to impress with those touches, those nifty touches, those clever balls going forward.
Playing like he's in his living room this evening. Very relaxed. Taking a stroll at the Arima Velodrome. Nice flat surface for him to express himself on. Of course, his team with platform for a win. But don't count Cunupia FC out just yet. Coming up on 43 minutes played.
Julian. No problems for Kevin Graham this time, as the Jamaican goalkeeper would send it far out, looking for Woodley, but they're going over the line, and it's a throw for Defence Force.
There's one for Rion Moore to chase. There's one for Company. Doesn't find the right option in that moment. Daniel distributes. Ball put into touch by Lee. We're in the 45th minute. Expect to see 1 minute of time added on to the end of the first half.
Semper just drawing the ball before he takes his throw. Maloney, some nifty footwork. Cooper is not giving him some breathing space. Ball coming back to Semper. Woodley. Going back to Dean Graham who sends it forward. This is Cunupia trying to get back, pull back one before half time, but will go for a corner. We are in that minute, that added minute of stoppage time.
Just about 30 seconds. Cunupia FC will be anticipating its halftime break. Coach Michael Defoe with a very strong halftime team talk, probably composed in his head already. A couple words that we can't air on television may pass, but he's a great motivator. And if they can grab one from this, may not have much to say. They haven't been that bad. They're just well short of a very disciplined Defence Force team so far in this match.
This most certainly would be the last kick before half time. We're already past that 1 minute stoppage time, that addition. And that's the half-time whistle. Defence Force enjoying a 3-0 lead. A 3-0 lead made possible by Rian Moore, Boatswain and Sam. The three players in front each getting a goal. Defence Force 3, Cunupia 0. As we await some half-time highlights to relive some of the moments in the first half. The early opportunity from Sam going wide and high. Sam causing some problems. The ball coming across the face of the goal. Another corner for Defence Force. And that corner resulted in a goal because of a mistake from Kevin Graham.
Yeah, and more just pointing to his wrist. Probably tell us after if he's up for an interview today what it was about. He and Daniel mixing it up. Keller receiving the first yellow card of the match. This is great football here by Sadu. Linking up, eventually finding Boatswain for Defence Force's second. It's Kevin Woodley, the league's top scorer, just putting his bicycle kick wide.
And here comes Defence Force, some nifty footwork that had me going way.
Sado again involved. Rian Moore banging one in. Graham saving that one. Then Brent Sam allowed too much space in the area.
Brilliant header. Don't know what that would have signified. But in the meantime, it's half time. Defence Force 3, Cunupia FC 0. When we come back, we'll get ready for the second half.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe, cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy your treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
targeting change.
Inspire
TT.
TT.
Be
Be
the
the change.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
This Easter, join us on CNC3 for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats. Tune in with the kids and take notes as we teach you to make some awesome Easter dishes. So log on every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the T&T Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465 extension 4274 and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are a very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Hesitate. and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Help us tell your stories.
We all see the negatives happening here in Trinidad and Tobago
Let us begin the conversation
with inspiring content.
targeting change.
Inspire
TT.
TT.
Be
Be
the
the change.
It's here at a newsstand near you. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win $1,000 instantly when you purchase the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. It's quick and easy for your chance to win. A unique number will be printed at the back of each Guardian newspaper daily. Purchase your Guardian newspaper, then join JW for the daily Guardian Lucky Number Draw, the winning number on just before the nightly news on CNC3. If the number drawn matches the unique number at the back of your Guardian newspaper, then $1,000 is yours. Just bring the winning Guardian newspaper and a picture ID to Guardian Media Limited. You have until 3 p.m. the following workday to claim your prize. It's the Guardian Lucky Number Draw. Your daily chance to win. NLCB approved.
This Easter, join us on CNC3 for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats. Tune in with the kids and take notes as we teach you to make some awesome Easter dishes. So log on every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. for What's Cooking Kids Edition Easter Treats.
Are you at home feeling isolated? Don't worry, we will bring the world to you. The nation's first and leading newspaper, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, is extending a special home delivery for 30 days for just $99. Yes, for just $99, you can get the T&T Guardian newspaper, the fastest growing and most read newspaper, most credible and highest reader value, and voted tops for best publication by more readers than any other newspaper, delivered to your home. It's easy to subscribe to our home delivery. Simply call us now at 225-4465 extension 4274 and speak to one of our customer service representatives, and we will bring the world to you.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
Bringing on a sub is the number 15, Shaquille Bertrand. He replaces number 8, Brent Sam, who got Defence Forces third this evening. Cunupia FC with the main prong of attack, Kevon Showtime Woodley, will get us restarted. Sport swing, good football, good touch, sorry. Flicked on. It's offside, signaled by the linesman on the right side. It's Bertrand, the substitute, a little too eager. Rian Moore on the right of your picture, getting the scoring started. Defence was hoping to hold on and build on this lead. Cunupia FC needing a small miracle to get a share of the points at least in this match. They've been second best for large periods of this match, but only just. More coming deep, surging upfield. Felix across field. Some more. It's cleared. This is a Defence Force throw.
Kadeem Graham with a free kick. Semper. Garcia forced to clear the ball. The Trevor Caesar looking to turn away, but he won the free kick. Cunupia trying to find a way back into this game. They need a goal as soon as possible. Woodley, ball a poor effort, but Julian with the second chance. Cunupia would drop to third. If the result would remain in Defence Forces' favor, and if Police would get a win tomorrow against AC Port of Spain, that could condemn Cunupia to fourth. Defence Force rising to second. If the scoreline would remain in favor of Defence Force, they are currently leading 3-0. At no time, in no match in this tournament so far, Cunupia were kept off the score sheet. They would have scored in every game they would have played, even in the 2-1 loss to Police. Defense Force would win another free kick as Jelani Garcia kicked the ball out of off the body of Trevin Caesar. Boatswain to Sadu. Sadu. Ball fall into Moore on a brilliant touch and a good defending in the end from Kadeem Graham.
Moore certainly looks up for it.
Garcia keep running from deep for that, and the Sadu header not directed. Felix into Cooper. Kevin Graham holding on and starting the attack for Cunupia on the right side.
Bigot. Ball into Sadu. Back to Bigot.
Semper has been doing a lot of work on the left side, especially with defending Sam. When Sam have kept him busy in this game so far.
Yeah, and he has fresh legs to contend with in the second half. Substitute Bertrand was deployed on his side of the pitch. But he wouldn't want to switch either because Rion Moore is on the other side of the Defense Force attack.
Another opening for Defense Force. This is Cooper. And again, Graham didn't hold on to the ball the first time around, but recovered quickly. Semper going straight to Keller. Keller trying to get Bertrand back into the play. Shaquille Bertrand. Some miscommunication by Sadu. Would be Bertrand on the far side. Felix just trying to be safe and getting the ball in the middle of the park. More between 3 red shirts, but eventually Julian will give up the free kick, the throw for defense force. Felix Gonzaga, this is Keller turning away from the blue shirts. This is more. This is Julian now for Cunupia. Another whistle for defense force's favor.
Very pensive looking Keon Daniel. Not having his way against this defense force team this evening. There's Sadu. Just missing out on bringing Keller into the play.
This is Chevin Caesar for Cunupia. This is Julian. Straight yellow shirt, that's Cooper Sadu. Bertrand driving pass, and Kevin Graham just grobbling up the ball. Defense force, 56 minutes gone. Defense force leading Cunupia FC 3-0. Cunupia FC benefiting from playing the easier teams first. And I'm seeing easier teams with inverted commas. Beating Westford 4-1, Central FC 3-1, Moruga 2-0, AC Port of Spain 4-1, but they lost to Police 2-1, the first real test. And this is a second real test against Defense Force, and again, they're being showed up.
Yeah, they'll just need to change their tactics for the stronger teams. They can't play as open as they would love to, especially with players like Woodley and Daniel. They may want to sacrifice some attacking skill for some defensive midfielding compatibility. This crosses to the last post.
A bit overweighted.
Looking for Boat Swain there.
The cross, the idea was good, but it was a bit overweighted. Gifting Cunupia a through in the 59th minute. Julian, Woodley, back to Julian. Chevin Caesar was fouled, and Cunupia will get the free kick. Ryan Moore already have a goal to his name. Missed kick here. Maloney battling with Sadu. Maloney seems to have won the battle. Cross coming in. Shot getting a deflection. And it will go for a corner. So Cunupia getting in an attack of their own and winning a corner.
All but 3 players from the Cunupia team in the box for this corner just after the hour mark.
A corner to be taken by Maloney. Ball not cleared out well, and the bounce here just outside the box as Semper went to ground. Just outside the box, a free kick in a very interesting position.
Yeah, here we see the contact. Semper trying to skip out of the way. Bertrand a little too enthusiastic in the tackle. Woodley is looking for his 10th of the season from this range. Bigot setting his wall.
Very good effort from Woodley.
Yeah, Rice smile there from the league's top scorer. That shot not finding the target, but very close.
Very close, and of course it kept Brigette interested throughout the process. Just went over the bar. Defense force still leading 3-0, and you would think that time is starting to run out for Cunupia FC.
As you see, the subs behind. Goal there for defense force. Among them, Joan Baltazar, a wizard with the football at his feet.
Good interception from Julian. Ball was intended. But here comes Cunupia. No problem for goalkeeper Brigette. Brigette haven't conceded in quite a while as defense force kept a clean sheet against Central FC. Semper getting some attention. He seems to be okay. Here comes defense force. Yet again, this is Sadu. Sadu getting a nice cheeky ball into Boatswain. This is Bertrand. A ball across. This is more. That's goal number 4 for Defence Force. Moore second.
Yeah, Rion Moore is certainly the man of the moment for Defence Force. Where others have failed, he's been right on spot. And doing it again in this match.
And of course, you would think that is curtains for Cunupia now. 4 times Kevin Graham, the man in your screen, has been beaten.
There we see it again, Sadu picking out Bertrand with a nice little slip. More all alone, finding Twine. 4-0 Defence Force. Graham contemplating his life as a goalkeeper. Looks deep in thought in the 66th minute of this match.
So Defence Force well on course to be going on second on the table with 14 points from their 6 games, still unbeaten. Their only 2 blemishes have come from a 1-1 draw with Rangers and another 1-1 draw with Deportivo PF. And you would think that they would have been disappointed with that 1-1 draw with Deportivo.
All credit to Depot PF. They are a very tough team to play. They have a very experienced midfield. But yeah, for sure, Defence Force would want to grab all the points that they can, especially the kind of mood that Terminix Lahokata Rangers have been in this whole tournament.
So far, it's looking like a 4-team league right now between Rangers, Cunupia, Police and Defence Force.
Yeah, and these teams are still coming into form. There's still another round of football to play, so don't count out any of the outsiders just yet.
Westfort is one of the teams that are starting to pick up steam, of course, with former players, former national players and informed current players. Kieran Cummings. We have players like De Silva in that lineup. Josima Belgrave in that Westford team. You would think that they will do better at some point. And of course, Central Soccer World with players in their team like Moses Jaikaran, who continues to impress week in, week out. So the so-called weaker teams, and I'm using the word weaker with inverted commas, as they will find their form as the league continues.
I think it's only a matter of time. Remember, a lot of these players haven't been playing football for upwards of 2 years. It's been very tough for them. Not playing competitively. It's hard to keep up those fitness levels.
And not all of the teams would have the luxury like Defence Force, who would, because of who they are, they wouldn't be playing and training, even not football, but they have to keep fit because of their jobs. Kevin Caesar run out of space there.
Yeah, just not enough real estate for Caesar. Good footwork.
Defence Force in the meantime will make a double change. Dwight, not York, but Quintero is coming in. He will come in for Boatswain. And Dylan King would also come on. He will come on for the number 37, Keller, who had a decent game today.
Yeah, very strong performance from Keller in the midfield.
And Keller would have come in for Goddard. There's no Goddard today.
Both players cut from a similar cloth. Very efficient, very dogged in the tackle. Can pick a pass. Coaches spoiled for choice in that position.
Felix for Defence Force. This is Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for something in front. This is Sadu. Sadu turning away from his man. King just getting into the action, knocking it around. Must be a frustrating evening for Cunupia, and Woodley not able to add to his 9 goals.
Yeah, certainly on form, Cunupia would have expected to at least get something out of this match. Hasn't gone their way.
"70 minutes gone. Defense Force 4-0, a lead over Cunupia FC at a double from Rian Moore, and 1 each from Boatswain and Brent Sam. Ball going for Boatswain, but he couldn't get there before the defender. This is Julian. A throw for Cunupia. Maloney going through the legs of Seydou.
And Cunupia have all their subs in hand, but there's no one on the bench looking at least interested in coming on. 3 more subs, apologies. Defense Force making 3 subs themselves. It's through from Felix.
Quintero, and Quintero winning the free kick against Kadeem Graham. Felix is the one claiming this free kick for Defense Force, looking for a 5th goal. Defense Force back-to-back matches and where they would have scored 4. Sounding a huge warning to the other teams. They're yet to play police. That ball would evade all the yellow shirts.
I don't know how much of a warning Defense Force needs to send anymore. I think they kind of find people understand that they're in for a tough night if they've drawn Defense Force in the match week. But they've lived up to their reputation, certainly.
Here comes Defense Force again. Cooper going wider. Just fighting his way. This is a cross coming in. I'm not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but Quintero was in the box, but too high over his head.
Look to be a bit of both. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Cunupia need to get Keon Daniel involved. I can't recall when last I've called his name.
Yeah, Daniel and Woodley You see them in your picture, struggling to get any touches on the ball. Meanwhile, Sadu continues to thrive. Just shortchanged.
And looked like he wanted to fight with the referee.
By Akilon Murphy, the referee getting in the way of the action.
Maloney turning away from Sadu. Fouled by Sadu. Clever back heel from Daniel to Woodley. Now Woodley played it across the park. Oh. Daniel needs to get involved, and it's offside call. Offside call. Josiah Daniel. Sadu looking for the long searching ball for Rian Moore. Moore would eventually get it, but he would eventually be fouled.
A smart play by Rian Moore, not allowing the Cunupia FC defense to rest.
And Raul Felix giving up a free kick.
Referee Williams just having a word with players. More just nicking the ball. Felix with a handful of Defence Force jersey. Probably have to wait till after the game to get the rest of the shirt.
It's not time to exchange shirts yet. Not totally cleared out yet. Daniel and King battling. Cooper would eventually go back to Curtis Gonzalez. This is King for Defence Force. Lee. This is Shaquille Bertrand getting across, but Central FC would now clear out. 77 minutes gone, 78 minutes now gone. It's Defence Force leading Cunupia 4-0. 3 goals, 3 of those goals were in the first half.
I think the fourth would have knocked the win out of their opponents. Cunupia not looking themselves. Normally a very tactically shrewd team, a very busy team. And Defence Force looking to kill off this game, bringing on 2 very dangerous players in Hashim Arcia and Joe Baltazar.
You would think that they would be leading with 12 minutes to go. They would make some defensive substitutes, but not Defence Force. Hashim,
Baltazar, of course, is a crowd favorite around these parts. Whistles going up.
So the double change, Sadu and Cooper coming off. Both Cooper and Sadu would have enjoyed their games this evening.
There's also a sub for Cunupia.
Lindell Sween is coming on.
He's on for Dominic Douglas. Apologies, that's Trevin Caesar making his exit. Fourth official just correcting himself on the board.
Ball aiming for Quintero. Felix would finally clear out, just giving back the ball to defense force by means of a throw. Felix. Garcia, King going back to his captain and last stopper, Curtis Gonzalez. Belshazzar, the former captain of this team. Oh, miscommunication between Belshazzar and Rian Moore.
"81 minutes played here. Baltazar will be key to game management. There you see him, the number 99 in your picture. Don't be fooled by his simple appearance. There's magic in those boots.
Nice touch again from Daniel. When he is involved in the play looks pretty. This is Woodley losing out, trying to battle with King. But eventually, Lee would control for defense force. "82 minutes gone. It's defense force 4, Cunupia FC 0. Cunupia not looking like getting a goal anytime soon in this game. However, as we have seen before, goals can be scored against a run of play. But Cunupia not having a good night tonight.
Yeah, not their best performance by any stretch of the imagination. They would have a lot of talking to do, a lot of tape to watch to recover from this setback to their title aspirations. This is a good ball from Moore, aiming at Quintero. It's cleaned up by the Cunupia defense. So Cunupia through on the far side.
Maloney, Woodley, Daniel. Just giving it straight to defense force, but come back to Felix. Goes past one, couldn't go past the second. He has the support, uses and a good exchange, but into the path of Garcia, but he will get it back. And this is something, a dive. You could see the dive.
Yeah, very theatrical. I'll give him an 8.
Daniel.
Didn't stick the landing.
And this is Julian. Julian looking to pass to Woodley, but Woodley missed it. This is Hashim Asia. Rian Moore trying to get past Felix into Quintero. This is, oh my goodness. Asia didn't decide to go to goal, but he wanted to play it back in.
Looking for Baltazar. Shows you how relaxed the defense force team is. A couple small goal touches in that sequence.
King tries a shot, but no problem for Kevin Graham.
Tough night for Graham.
Especially with that first goal, with the corner that he didn't catch Went through his hands and fell nicely. It fell perfectly.
Unfortunately, I think
for
that
Sam
would have set the tone for this match. More not the kind of player you want to give those opportunities to. He's been in very hungry form in this tournament so far, coming off a hat-trick last week, getting 2 more in this match.
He is now second on the goal scoring list, still away, some way behind Woodley. As they're trying to play the ball back across into the part of Quintero again, but this time doing some defending is the number 9 for Cunupia, Daniel, Josiah Daniel. Defense force leading 4-0 with 5 more minutes, or 4 minutes, again in regulation time, added to whatever stoppage time there will be. The header not directed where he would have wanted to, but another free header for defense force.
Yeah, more wondering how he didn't get his second hat-trick of this tournament. Consoling himself.
This is Shaquille Bertrand blowing pass, but good defending in the end. Julian not taking that just so from Bertrand.
This corner is taken short. Just blocked.
So much for Cunupia to go back and discuss. They have to go back to the drawing board. The biggest loss this tournament so far. The other loss was a 2-1 loss to Police, but not as big as this one, Jovan.
Yeah, on both occasions, Cunupia looking a bit lost without the ball, having to chase the match. Both Police and Defence Force keeping the ball, retaining the ball very well, playing around them in these small triangles, keeping them at bay for most of the game.
Oh my
keepers.
Good save, but was he outside the box?
Did look like it, but Rian Moore should have had his hat-trick a long time ago.
And it's looked like a red card for Kevin Graham for making that save, which would have been a good save, but it was outside the box.
Yeah, it sums up Kevin Graham's night. Hasn't been his night at the office. Can't have too much argument. This is his second major mistake of the match. Here we see again, ball lost. More shot would have gone wide, but Graham well outside of his box.
Would have been a top draw save. Now, how many substitutes Cunupia would have made?
I might have lost count, but they may not.
Because what they can do is to sacrifice one of the outfield players to bring on the other goalkeeper. But if they already would have made their changes, then
but wait, there's a development.
Kevin Woodley is going to put on the goalkeeper shirt.
The league's top scorer enters the Cunupia goal as we enter the end of regulation time here.
I feel so sorry for the goalkeeper, because even before that there was a mix-up between the goalkeeper and the defender, which allowed that play to come in. And now Woodley, first time we are going to see Woodley the goalkeeper.
Yeah, setting his wall like a real pro. Just getting his gloves sorted. Hoping to keep a clean sheet in this match, Kevin Woodley. Would be his first clean sheet of the season. The Cunupia captain. Truly a utility player. We've seen him in the deep-lying midfield role today. We've seen him play as a false nine. Now he's between the sticks.
King would fancy himself with this free kick. He's also asked here, but I think it will be King. Now it looks like, and it's a goal from us. That's King, and really can't blame Woodley for that.
Yeah, and just really tough luck for Kevin Woodley,
because they got a deflection,
and he concedes his first goal of the season as a goalkeeper. Referee puts Cunupia out of their misery. The score is 5-0. Defence Force comprehensively beating one of the other top teams in the league, staying hot on the heels of the league leaders, Terminix, the Hokata Rangers. Moore and Woodley exchanging pleasantries at the end of this match. It's been tough for the guys in red. Moore has had another stellar evening on this Arima Velodrome pitch.
And this is not a good sight for Moruga, because Moruga have Defence Force next week, and coming off scoring 9 goals from 2 matches, 4 against Central last week, 5 against Cunupia today. I think Moruga should be really worried against Defence Force next week.
Sure they should be, but let's look at the highlights from this evening. As we see the referees leaving the pitch, that's Quincy Williams. Here are the highlights. This is Sadu's corner, fumbled by Graham, poked home by Moore. Sadu again involved. Cooper squaring for Boatswain. That was 2-0. 3 was soon behind. Brent Sam from the left side corner. Rian Moore with a lovely touch there, just stopped by the defender. Graham holding on to a ball, what was a rare occasion this evening for him. It's very tough to be a goalkeeper. This free kick by Woodley was well over. Bertrand found some space, then found more for his second of the match. Well celebrated there. It's a good move here. Looking for a penalty was the Cunupia player, not getting it. This corner was wide by Moore. His header was wide by Moore off the corner. Then another unfortunate moment for Graham, saving this ball outside of the box, earning himself a red card. And King putting the coup de grace in this match, scoring past Kevin Woodley. That's 5-0 for the Defence Force. Great performance by Defence Force. Cunupia FC will have to rue what could have been this evening. What are your final thoughts on this match, Ian?
Well, it was very good for Defence Force, a very strong performance. They go up now second on the table, 14 points, just 2 points behind Rangers. And of course, with the Moruga next week, they will be looking for the fourth straight win. And of course, Cunupia will have Deportivo PF next week. A bit of a dent in their confidence heading into that game next week.
Right, and that's it for us this evening at the Arima Velodrome. The Ascension League continues tomorrow at the St. James Barracks.
It's Police versus AC Port of Spain tomorrow. And hopefully you can join us tomorrow again.
Until then, it's good night from us.